Hi, Smita. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay, so camera on कर लो. Okay. So first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. और कैसे हो?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
fine.
fine.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So, see, this session is basically कि I just wanted to know how you have prepared. ठीक है, क्या आपकी strategy रही? What challenges you have faced while your preparation? क्या चीजें आपको लगी कि बहुत problematic थी? And paper analysis भी कि how was the paper? क्योंकि इस बार जो paper आया था, it was very difficult, and instrumentation part was too much, and I think toxicology, chemistry was a bit hard. So I just want to know each and everything, how you followed, how you prepared, and how you reached to AIR1. Okay, so this is a big achievement, and I'm so proud of you.
Okay, so I'm actually completing my third year. I've already completed my exams and all. So in BSc Forensic Science from Government Institute of Forensic Science, Mumbai. So basically, my strategy, it was, first of all, I'm still in shock. Yes, of AR1 कैसे आया? But then strategy was like कि मैं 2-3 weeks पहले ही घर गई थी एग्जाम के लिए. Before that, I didn't even look at any PYQs ki last year what was the pattern and all. It was only 2-3 weeks before the exam that I went back, because time was also less. क्योंकि in December only NTA told कि CUET and NFAT will be together. After that, in Jan and Feb, we had our colleges going on, so we didn't get much time to devote specifically for CUET. So mostly 2-3 weeks before the exam, I started looking at the PYQs and got to know the pattern, ki which topics are more they are focusing more on. And the most advantage was, the very much advantageous thing was ki we had already covered all the things in our bachelor's. We were already in our third year, so whatever topics were there, except one or few very small topics, we had almost done all the things from the beginning. So it was ki I have to just revise it once more. So for content also, there was a lot of content online, but still I preferred going through my notes and like whatever was shared in all these 3 years, because I had already learned from that. So it was easier for me to just go through all that rather than learning from something like new content. So basically, it was I revised all my notes and whatever was shared. Then I solved PYQs again, but still this time the paper pattern was very, very much different. Like what there were a lot of topics which they didn't even ask one single question, and topics which they asked a lot of questions. So I whatever I knew I attempted. I didn't try to attempt all the questions, because then negative marking is there. So just to like balance the score, it's good if you don't know, do not to attempt the questions. So yeah, if you have been if you are a forensic science student and you have been consistent for 3 years in your college, so I feel it's not very hard to like get good scores. Whatever I felt, because I personally didn't prepare much, but I had been there like for 3 years. I like did everything fine in the college and all. So I think only that played a very important role in my preparation.
So this was basically means you have focused mainly on your notes, and you have started
Yeah.
studying 2-3 weeks ago only. Before,
Yeah.
right? Okay, okay, okay. So what were your weakest subjects? Means what were your weakest and what were your strongest topics?
Um, Strongest topics will be like we had serology and also a few topics were like we had done it in our last in our third year ka first sem. So
Mhm.
those topics were very fresh.
Okay.
So I revised them at the last. I saw the paper, and then solving by solving papers only I got to know कि ये topic तो I know because I studied last sem only. So इसमें if I go through this at the end moment also, it will be fine. So but topics like कि just starting के introduction के topics थे जो year of establishment वो history वाला part था, that was a bit like वो है कि you have to revise it continuously and you'll forget. So topics like that, and we had that in the first year, so I had completely forgotten about those topics. So I had to again go back to that previous notes and all, check what all has been done. Then for again for fingerprints and question document, it was like we had done it in a second year, so I had to again revise it thoroughly. But mostly toxicology or serology, which was done in third year, it was like I had to just again superficially revise because we had just completed all those topics. So yeah.
Okay, so see, we have, I think, 13, 12 or 13 units in CUET PG syllabus. So last two units were from physics and chemistry.
Yeah.
So did you felt like physics and chemistry was not included or very easy questions were there? So how much part was included in the exam?
This time, so I don't think so. I don't think so. If any question, there was just one or two questions from each. So uh, even though I also didn't like, I saw the last year's paper pattern. Like before 2 years, it was like there were a lot of physics and chemistry ka questions, but then again, I saw the last year's paper. It was very less.
Hmm.
So I also didn't prepare that much for physics and chemistry. But still, whatever I prepared, nothing much came from that.
Okay, okay. So basically, those units, students can skip those units if their physics and chemistry is weak, right? If a junior
Yeah,
is watching this video, so for them, you would suggest ki, you can just skip
if
those.
your other topics are strong, like the core forensic topics, then I don't think so. It's much required. But again, NTA ka we can't say anything because this year instrumentation and DNA ka a lot of questions came and very hard questions came. Like some questions where I had not seen, like what are they? I have not heard also about them. As a topics also came. So it's like if you just can go through once without going into depth, because physics, the whatever I saw was it was just the basics of whatever was given in the syllabus. Chemistry was little in depth with the photochemistry and all, but but physics was very basic. So it is manageable.
Okay, okay. So, you were going to college also, and you might have your college exams as well. Along with that, you have to prepare for CUET PG also. So, how did you manage that, time period? How much time did you devoted in studying specifically for CUET PG? I know that you are a forensic science student, so it was not that difficult for you because you have been studying this from last so many years. But if the student is not from the forensic background, right, mainly probably from the basic science, so how they should devote and how you have managed this time?
So for me, it was easier because I have already learned all those things. But if someone is new, then I think they should start preparing from before only, because uh, if you're from normal science, you will just have physics and chemistry kind knowledge, or bio hai to then a little bit of serology ka knowledge. But the main top, or if you're from chemistry also, instrumentation also you can know a little bit, but the main topics of question document, fingerprints, toxicology, I don't think so that other like other subjects ka science will have. So you're like if you have not done any of this, then I feel they should start preparing thoda like pehle se. And now so we know it's like a common entrance test before, because in our time the problem was ki we just knew it in December and just had 2 months to like prepare ourselves ki okay, now CUET will be together with NFAT again, because NFAT syllabus was very different from CUET syllabus. So most of us was mostly prepared ki if we have to give NFAT, it will be mostly in May, so we can
Mm.
go home and then we can prepare for 1 month without any disturbance. Ki college will be also over, but
Mm.
again this happened, so it was a bit challenging also ki with college how to do. But then mostly for me, I did everything before 2 3 weeks only, because time was again a problem ki like after coming back from college we have college ka work also, and then simultaneously going for this, so it was not much possible. But whatever was possible, I like took 2 3 weeks ka leave from college, and I
Oh,
went home and prepared for it.
Okay. So, any specific note making strategy कि कैसे notes बनाने चाहिए? Because I also think कि आप अपने से जब खुद से ही notes बनाते हो, whether even if people are providing you notes, आपके पास में अच्छे notes हैं, पर जब तक आप खुद से notes नहीं बनाओगे, वो आपके दिमाग में चीजें set नहीं होती हैं. तो how do you make your notes? क्या ऐसी एक specific कोई एक strategy या कोई एक note making process जो है जो follow करते हो?
मैं तो ज्यादा नोट्स नहीं बनाती थी, क्योंकि मतलब ऐसा होता था कि whatever we are doing in class, I used to make running notes.
हाँ, okay.
Whatever is being taught, I used to make running notes. Apart from that, I used to refer that and whatever the teacher used to send for reference. So as such, I never in my college also, I never made specifically key notes for that. I used to correlate both and then study. My note will be just a reference of what, because whatever the teachers used to share, mostly if they're sharing like a PPT or some PDF, it's fine. But if they're books, if they're sharing some books, so it's very vast. I will not know ki what to like study from that. So if I have my notes, I'll know ki what all topics are important, and I'll correlate with that and study from the book itself.
Okay, so like, would you like to suggest some books कि ये बुक अच्छी है, टॉक्सी के लिए ये अच्छी है, जो तुमने रेफर करी हो, या इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन के लिए ये वाली अच्छी है फॉर बायो जीरो? बिकॉज आई नो कि एक सिंगल बुक तो होगी नहीं कोई, यू हैव टू स्टडी फ्रॉम डिफरेंट बुक्स. ऐसी कोई स्पेसिफिक बुक रिकमेंड करोगे?
स्पेसिफिक बुक टॉक्सिकोलॉजी के लिए तो मैंने बस नोट्स ही रेफर किया था अपना,
कॉलेज में पढ़ाए गए थे वही
हाँ
स्पेसिफिक?
वही और हम लोग की टीचर ने सेरोलॉजी के लिए शेयर किया था फॉरेंसिक बायोलॉजी बाय रिचर्ड ली. दैट बुक इज रियली गुड. या दैट बुक इज रियली गुड. मैंने सब सेरोलॉजी का उधर से किया था, डीएनए का भी बेसिक्स उधर से ही किया था. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट बुक, आई थिंक फॉर बेसिक forensic, I think DS Nabar is there.
Nabar is there,
So,
हाँ.
yeah.
Nabar is तो like a combined version.
Yeah.
बेसिक उसमें सब कुछ मिल जाएगा.
हाँ.
और VR शर्मा भी है एक जो जिसमें सब कुछ थोड़ा पूरा फोरेंसिक मिल जाएगा.
हाँ, VR शर्मा भी है. So apart from these, I don't think so. Any books were there for any topics. Like few topics were new which we had not learned. Like for the police wala part, that was like a bit new. But then I just referred normal internet पे whatever was available. Like when was it established, headquarters किधर है, उसका motto क्या है, वो सब जो basic था वो just I did from internet only, like whatever was available from basic sources, rather than going something into very depth and confusing at the last moment. If you're preparing from beforehand, then you can obviously look, but last moment के लिए ज़्यादा information can be a little overwhelming.
करेक्ट. ओके. सो जब प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे, लाइक जब मॉक अपने अटेंड कर रहे थे, तो क्या स्कोर आ रहा था और हाउ डिड यू एनालाइज कि हाँ ये शुरू के मॉक में कम आ रहा है, या बीच में? क्योंकि हमने जो मॉक बनाए थे वो हमने मिक्स पैटर्न में बनाए थे, कुछ इजी थे, कुछ टफ थे, कुछ एवरेज फॉर्म में थे. सो हाउ डिड यू नो कि हाँ कैसे कैसे जो है मेरे मार्क्स चेंज हो रहे हैं या फिर सेम मार्क्स आ रहे थे?
नहीं, पहले थोड़े कम ही आते थे, क्योंकि मतलब मेरा रिवीजन पूरा नहीं हुआ था, तो मैं ऐसे ही मॉक दे रही थी विदाउट लाइक प्रिपेयरिंग द एंटायर सिलेबस. सो उसमें ऑब्वियसली कम ही आते थे. I guess it started from, if I'm not wrong, something around maybe 150, around something like that. And then like last tak it went till above 250 also. But then again, this time the paper pattern was completely different in exam. So we were all like it was a shock for us. While preparing, we never saw all these kind of questions, because mostly it was only 3 or 4 questions will be like we have no idea about it while preparing for, like while giving mocks and all. And apart from that, every question was familiar to us. But during exam, there was a lot of questions that we had no idea even after learning for 3 years. So I didn't attempt all that questions. I did whatever I was sure. A little bit, if I'm like 50-50, then only I attempted all those questions.
नेगेटिव मार्किंग कितने क्वेश्चन स्किप करे? नेगेटिव मार्किंग से कैसे बचा जाए भाई? कैसे तुमने जो है अवॉइड करा कि नहीं मत छोड़ दो, ये क्वेश्चन मत करो?
हाँ, मतलब जो क्वेश्चंस का शॉर्ट पता था वो तो पहले किया मैंने. बट जिसका एकदम भी आइडिया नहीं था, जिसका कभी नाम भी नहीं सुना है, तो उसके लिए आई डिडंट टेक एनी रिस्क. तो आई स्किप दोस क्वेश्चंस, बट जिसका थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया है कि थोड़ा तुक्का मार सकते हैं कि थोड़ा लग जाएगा,
जो है ना
तो
relatable
हाँ,
type.
तो आई थिंक अराउंड 6 to 7 questions were like that कि I took risk कि little bit I can afford to do that, and apart from that I skipped a lot of questions. I think around 15 or 16 questions were like कि I skipped, if I'm not wrong. वैसे तो I skipped most of the questions which I was not sure about.
So skipping is better than attempting wrong questions. कि गलत
हाँ,
negative marking
मतलब if your luck is not with you, then तो negative marking से कम हो जाएगा marks. तो इससे better कि not to attempt. And then again टाइम का भी इशू था, क्योंकि जब मॉक्स देते थे हम लोग या पीवाईक्यू सॉल्व करते थे तो मेरा पेपर बहुत जल्दी हो जाता था, क्योंकि ज्यादा सोचने को नहीं था। तो मैं भी सोचती थी कि इतना टाइम क्यों दे रहे हैं इस एग्जाम के लिए, जबकि मतलब इसमें ज्यादा सॉल्व करने का कुछ है नहीं, जस्ट जो आया है उस जो पता है हम लोग को फैक्ट बेस्ड एग्जाम है, तो जो आया है बस उसको देना है। बट जब एक्चुअल एग्जाम हुआ तब उतना टाइम भी कम पड़ रहा था, क्योंकि बहुत ऐसा उन्होंने ऐसा क्वेश्चन ही बनाए थे कि अगर मैच द फॉलोइंग भी है तो यूजुअली फॉर PYQs I saw if you just know one option then it will be very easy to like if you just know two options का matching you will easily understand what is the answer, but here they had done कि 3 options तक अगर नहीं पता हो तो नहीं हो पाएगा solve questions. So it was like you had to know really in depth about all the topics.
ओके ओके। तो ऐसा कभी फील हुआ कि मतलब डिड यू एक्सपेक्टेड कि हाँ मैं जो है AIR 1 आने वाली हूँ, या फिर जब प्रिपेयर कर रहे थे तो सेल्फ डाउट ही था होगा क्लियर नहीं होगा, या ऐसा कुछ लगा?
हाँ ऑब्वियस लगा था, क्योंकि हम लोग ने खुद लेट से ही किया स्टार्ट प्रिपरेशन, ऐसा कुछ सोचा नहीं था कि मतलब पहले से ही करते हैं, नहीं हो पाया, वो टाइम एकदम नहीं मिलता था। फिर उसके बाद 2-3 वीक्स पहले ही स्टार्ट किया, तो तब लगता था, बट देन व्हेन आई गिव मॉक्स एंड ऑल देन आई हैड लिटिल बिट कॉन्फिडेंस कि ठीक है हो जाएगा। बट अगेन पेपर वापस से वैसे ही खराब ही गया था, तो पेपर व्हेन आई came out after giving exams. So then I told everyone the paper was bad only. For everyone, it was bad. Um, but then even after after getting the scorecard, like I didn't calculate my marks before that when they released the answer key because I had my exams going on. तो उसमें मैंने नहीं किया। जब scorecard आया, then in that also they don't give the rank or the percentile anything, so we don't know like what is others बाकी लोग का क्या rank या percentile में where I stand, तो उससे नहीं पता चलता है। It was only when the list came out कि ऐसा ऐसा है, तो देन वी वर आल्सो इन डिनाइल कि नहीं ये फेक लग रहा है कुछ तो, बट देन वी चेक्ड इट वाज ट्रू।
ओके ओके। सो लाइक हाउ योर फैमिली रिएक्टेड किया जब घर पे बताया कि मेरा फर्स्ट रैंक आया है? सो हाउ डिड दे रिएक्टेड?
डेफिनेटली दे आर वेरी प्राउड ऑफ इट, मतलब मेरे से ज्यादा तो वो लोग ही कर रहे हैं, मतलब शेयर कर रहे हैं अपने स्टोरीज पे लगा रहे हैं ये सब। मैंने तो अभी तक शेयर नहीं किया, बट उनके थ्रू ही सबको पता चल रहा है, सो इट्स डेफिनेटली अ प्राउड मोमेंट फॉर देम मोर देन मी फॉर देम।
Definitely, definitely. I'd say when I saw the name in the list, na, and my team informed me that Asmita AIR 1, she is from our one of the batches. So I was like, oh wow. So it's very great, and it was again बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के कि our students are doing this और इतने अच्छे से। I think your classmates और कौन कौन है? कल ही बात हुई थी,
वैष्णव है, हाँ।
वैष्णवी से भी बात हुई थी, और दिव्यांश इज देयर, दिव्यांश
हाँ
भी है।
दिव्यांश, हाँ वो भी है।
ठीक है फाइन, ठीक है। ओके, सो एनीथिंग एल्स इफ यू वांट टू ऐड कि किस सब्जेक्ट पे फोकस करना चाहिए, किन टॉपिक्स पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए?
हम्म, ये इस पेपर के बाद तो बोलना मुश्किल है, क्योंकि मतलब इस बार
ये वाले पोर्शंस में से मतलब इस सिर्फ इस ईयर के पेपर को एनालाइज करके कि ये टॉपिक्स बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, स्टूडेंट्स के वीक टॉपिक होते हैं, जैसे इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन हो गया। इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन इज लाइक कि हमें टफ लगता ही है, इतना आसान नहीं होता है, एटलीस्ट बैचलर्स में। मास्टर्स तक फिर वो हमें थोड़ा और एडवांस से हम सीख जाते हैं तो वो इजी लगने लगता है, बट ड्यूरिंग योर बैचलर सबसे टफ टॉपिक मुझे लगता है इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन ही लगता है।
हाँ
और
हाँ
फिर आपका आ जाता है यही केमिस्ट्री टॉक्सिकोलॉजी, इसमें भी बहुत सारा पोर्शन होता है पढ़ने के लिए। स्पेसिफिक टॉपिक जो जिन पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए?
यही दो टॉपिक्स होंगे, जैसे आपने बोला टॉक्सिकोलॉजी, उसमें बहुत सारे पॉइजन, प्लांट पॉइजन, एनिमल पॉइजन है, बहुत सारे प्लांट्स का है, देन ड्रग्स का भी बहुत, उसका टेस्टिंग कौन सा है, हर का अलग अलग है, कलर चेंज किया है, केमिकल टेस्ट बहुत सारे हैं, तो वो मतलब याद बहुत करना पड़ता है उसके लिए। इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन का अगेन वो भी सेम है कि बहुत वास्ट टॉपिक है, तो कितना रेफर करना और कितना नहीं पढ़ना वो भी थोड़ा मुश्किल है जानना। और इस बार के पेपर की बात तो और थोड़ा मुश्किल है, क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस पूछे हैं, तो उतना बैचलर्स लेवल पे आई डोंट थिंक सो उतना पढ़ाते भी है वो लोग कि इतना इन डेप्थ दे डोंट गो, बट फॉर पेपर तो इट केम पूरा डिटेल में, सो इट्स bit challenging to like understand what all, how much to refer basically after this, but still like if you just go through थोड़ा सा तो हो जाएगा।
So, what common mistakes aspirants should avoid? What do you feel कि क्या गलतियां कर देते हैं जिसकी वजह से उनकी रैंक गिर जाती है या उनका सिलेक्शन नहीं हो पाता है?
मेजर तो यही होगा कि जैसे मैंने बहुत लोगों को, मेरे दोस्तों को देखा है, अगर उनको नहीं आता है फिर भी वो लोग अटेम्प्ट कर रहे हैं बहुत क्वेश्चंस, तो वो अगर आपका लक अच्छा है तो वो आपका साथ दे देगा और हो जाएगा, बट देन इफ इन केस ऐसा नहीं होता है तो ऑब्वियसली आपको बहुत नेगेटिव मार्किंग्स हो जाएगा, तो जितना आपको करेक्ट नहीं हुआ है उतना रॉन्ग हो जाएगा। तो अगेन इसके लिए आई थिंक प्लेइंग सेफ इज बेटर, कि इफ यू हैव नो आइडिया एट ऑल, not to attempt the questions, and what you are sure should attempt those questions first, and like जो आता है उसको एक बार और चेक करो क्वेश्चंस की सही आंसर टिक किया है कि नहीं, जो क्योंकि जो आता है वो भी फिर गलत ना हो जाए।
Okay, so you give top 3 tips to all the CUET PG aspirants who are going to attend the exam next year. So 3 tips, top 3.
3 tips, okay. uh, so first one definitely will be ki, to how to be safe from negative marking, not to attempt all the questions if you are not like familiar with the fact, like अगर आता है 50-50 तो ही अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए, नहीं तो just leave the question, like whatever I asked, my entire the question, all the questions were just purple and red and all instead of green, because मैंने बहुत ही कम अटेम्प्ट किया था, बाकी सब छोड़ा था। Secondly would be कि like if you have been in forensic for 3 years, according to what is the syllabus, and I don't know what is the syllabus in other colleges, what they're teaching, but whatever was in my college, it was like all the topics coincided with whatever was there in the syllabus. So if you're from forensic, I don't think so you have to pay much attention to it. आप अपना studies college का भी कर सकते हो, और वो क्योंकि वो भी included ही है इसका, तो ज्यादा मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको हर दिन कुछ ना कुछ इसके रिलेटेड करना है, ये सीयूटी रिलेटेड, ऑब्वियसली जब टाइम पास आ जाता है तब आप कर सकते हैं, बट अगर फॉरेंसिक से हो तो उतना जरूरत नहीं है, but if you are from non-forensic background, then I think you will require a lot of help, like you will need a lot of resources and guidance for that, ki how to go about it. Then apart from this,
लाइक तीसरा टिप ये बता दो कि कब स्टार्ट करना चाहिए स्टूडेंट्स को, कितना जल्दी, कितना मतलब एक फोरेंसिक साइंस वाला बंदा तो चलो ठीक है, स्टडिंग तो वो कंटिन्यू पढ़ रहे हैं, पर अगर कोई नॉन फोरेंसिक है तो उसे कब स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए?
if they are like from non-forensic, then it depends on the pace of the student also, but I think 1 year or 1.5 year is enough for it. Like अगर आपको एकदम भी कुछ आइडिया नहीं है, क्योंकि थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया होगा तो बायो का होगा तो उसको थोड़ा आइडिया होगा, इसका केमिस्ट्री का थोड़ा आइडिया होगा, इंस्ट्रूमेंटेशन का थोड़ा आइडिया होगा, बाकी का जो मेन इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट है फॉरेंसिक का वो कोई भी याद कर सकता है, कि उसमें ज्यादा समझने का है नहीं। समझने वाले टॉपिक सिर्फ फिंगरप्रिंट्स, क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट्स वो है, बिकॉज टॉक्सिकोलॉजी अगेन वो भी याद करने का ही चीज है। समझने का कोर टॉपिक्स विच आई फेल्ट वाज जस्ट फिंगरप्रिंट्स एंड क्वेश्चन डॉक्यूमेंट, क्योंकि उसमें बिना समझे नहीं हो पाएगा, और वो एकदम न्यू टॉपिक है क्योंकि वो किसी भी साइंस का रिलेटेड नहीं है। अगर फिजिक्स हो गया, बायो होगा, केमिस्ट्री हो गया, उसमें ये टॉपिक्स बिल्कुल भी नहीं आएंगे। तो इफ यू आर फ्रॉम लाइक इफ यू हैव एनी आइडिया फॉरेंसिक, आई suggest कि go with these topics first, कि which you don't have any idea, and build a base in that, because हो सकता है next year fingerprint से question document पे ज्यादा questions आ जाए, you never know. So that, and then little by little go about with the subjects which you already have knowledge, and जो सब topics जो बहुत ही याद करने वाले, जैसे वो organizations का date of establishment का उसका motto क्या है, वो तो कोई भी याद कर सकता है आराम से end moment पे भी, उसमें समझने की जरूरत है नहीं। So if you have like, if you just keep the material ready for it and then last moment you just go through it also, it will be fine. But the topics which need a base, you should start with the topics beforehand and like refer proper notes, or like at least some guidance is needed, because मेरे को आता था तो मेरे से हो गया, मैंने पढ़ा था पहले, पर जो एकदम भी नहीं पढ़ा है वो अपने से थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट ये टॉपिक्स करना।
Chalo, okay, so it was very nice talking to you, and once again congratulations.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, my pleasure, my pleasure. ठीक है, चलो Shasmita, nice talking to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, nice talking to you too.
Okay, bye bye, take care.
Bye bye. Take care. Bye.